Now in this video, I want to go over personal branding. Now it's something that I'm very passionate about, and I believe it is 100% the future of business. You can already see it happening. More and more people are switching over to this personal brand type niche instead of setting up a random company with a random logo that no one knows. They instead become popular themselves because you can monetize yourself nowadays. So I'm going to go over very quickly what is personal branding, personal brand versus company brand, and examples of personal brands that we can all learn from. Now, this is not a specific video for OnlyFans management, which is what my usual videos would be about, but it's a video for business in general and how personal brands can help any business in the world. Now, what is a personal brand? Personal brand is effectively when you put yourself out there, whether that be on the internet, on TV, on radio, whatever that be. You are letting yourself be known to other people rather than a business that you're setting up. You are technically becoming the business. So you show your personality, you show your skill set, you show your work rate, and that then is building a picture of potential clients, for potential clients and for potential networking opportunities, so that people will actually want to do business with you and buy off you, not just Nike, for example. They want to buy off you. So obviously you then can control how people think and what people think about you. So whatever you put out there on the internet, on TV, whatever, that's now you, and you are attached to that image. So you can then use your personal brand to be monetized, basically. So you can sell products, you can make connections, you can become very much an influencer. Anything like this can all be done for a personal brand very, very easily. Now, personal brand versus business brand. Now, I'm going to use OnlyFans management as an example, as that is where my personal brand lies and where my business also lies. Now, do I mean by personal brand ditch the business brand? No, I believe you should have both, but personal should be a main focus, and it's also very much transferable. So say you had a new project to go to, you'd use personal brand to make connections and sell to your current audience that whatever you're moving over to, you'll sell that now or as well. So personal brand, it builds instant trust with clients. Now, what I mean is that if you are just a random logo on a screen and you DM an OnlyFans model, for example, since this is the industry I'm in, if you DM an OnlyFans model and you're just a logo on a screen, a random name, no verified tick, nothing like this, there's nothing to trust. There's no instant built connection. Whereas I DM them on my page, I'm verified, I have pictures of myself, I have videos of myself speaking, it's very clear what I do from my bio, and you can have direct links to digital products that I sell, and you obviously know that I offer a service which is management as well. So there's that. You're building instant trust by instantly coming across as a person rather than a business. People don't like being sold to, so if you disguise the fact that you're selling to them, they're more likely to accept it. Again, this then gives you the ability to sell digital products. So I now sell a course, I sell a mentorship program, and there's products in the future that I would like to sell as well. Now, can you do this with a business brand? Not really. If you are, again, a random logo on the internet, you follow someone and you're now, I don't know, OnlyFans course 101, and you have a random logo of OnlyFans logo and the word 101, whatever your logo is, you're just a logo, and you are running ads or outreaching to people or just building a presence online through your actual brand. Do people want to buy off of a random account online, which could be anyone sitting behind that screen? It could be someone who's never even been in that business before, because there's no proof that anyone behind that screen knows anything. And yes, you could argue that There's no proof that I know anything for a personal brand, but at least I have videos and pictures and courses that explain my knowledge. So there's stuff to back that up. Whereas if you're a logo, can you sell digital products? Yes, but will it sell as well as if you're selling digital products with a personal brand? No, it won't. It also enhances your networking ability. Now, what I mean by this is people see that you are a person. They see that you exist. They see your face. They hear your voice. They see your knowledge from Reels or TikToks or whatever you upload. And this then gives you business opportunities. So I've had, and I get still daily, business opportunities through my Instagram DMs and LinkedIn account and things like this. People just approach me, and because I'm a presence online as myself, people will approach me and ask, hey, what do you think of setting up a call about this business idea? And most of the time, it's shit, don't get me wrong. But you do get that odd one where it's an exciting opportunity and you want to get involved. And having a personal brand will give you the opportunity to have more opportunities, basically. As well, you basically become your business. So if I wanted to tomorrow choose between my personal brand and my business brand, personal brand all day long, because I can explain what I do with my personal brand in my business life without much of a change or an explanation. Now, if I wanted to change my business brand and I wanted to now do e-commerce, for example, all of my followers, my logo has to change as well. All my followers would be like, what the fuck? There would be so much confusion with changing an actual business brand in comparison to changing your personal brand, and they're interchangeable. So your business is on your personal brand. People know what you do from your personal brand. There's no need for a business brand if you really didn't want to. Again, I recommend having both still. And the last point, chicks love it. Now, I know what you're thinking. You are a gipping bloke. You look about 12 with a beard stuck on. How the fuck do you get chicks? For one, I do get chicks, alright? And two, if now I don't go about the clubs flashing my Instagram saying, oh look, I've got 30,000 followers, I'm verified on Instagram, look what I do. But if the chance arises that a female will ask for my Instagram in a club, I will never ask for theirs first, because clearly it's cringe. I'm clearly trying to show something off. But if they ask for mine and they see that, the chances that they're going to see that I'm a successful man has now skyrocketed. And I'm now to them a businessman, whereas before I was just a lovely looking bloke in a club. And with a logoed business brand that they can tell is shit, you don't get chicks. Again, it's absolutely relevant point, but I just thought I'd throw it in there. Now, an example of a good personal brand. Everyone knows this man. There's not much to really say about him, but how he's built his personal brand is that he's built an image that all men or most men will aspire to be like. What he then done is started controversy. So he started saying controversial things about women and LGBT and things that people don't talk about. Now this obviously creates a lot of views. He's also British American. Now, not a lot of people would take this into consideration, but when you're both British and American, you've got the two most powerful markets in the world there. So he has the right to say, I'm British and I'm American. Extremely powerful. A lot of people don't understand why, but it is. He then, once he's built this image of himself and this personal brand, he then starts an online school teaching men how to be exactly like him. He teaches them how to make money, how to be more masculine, how to get girls, etc. He now brings in an estimated $20 million per month. And that's all profit because it's a digital product. So there's not a lot of money that goes into a digital product. That's going to be mostly profit right there. And this all strives from him having a good image and a good personal brand. And he's built it perfectly for his market. Now, example 2, Joe Rogan. I don't pretend to be an expert on this guy, but obviously I'm assuming everyone knows who he is. So he was a stand-up comedian for many years. This obviously allowed him to build up a bit of fame, a bit of credibility on his name. He then started commentary for the UFC. Again, this then allowed him to create even more fame and even more credibility on his name. And these two things put together allowed him to create a network of very interesting people who obviously know who he is from his work. And it also allowed him to make more business connections, etc. And these people, what do? They became guests on his podcast. Now, his podcast is now the biggest podcast in the world, from what I know. And he now earns an estimated $60 million per year. And that is literally just from his image, just because people know the name Joe Rogan. It's pretty insane. Now, some further examples. I didn't want to go too into depth because I could just analyze any sort of famous businessman or woman, and you know who they are because they've built up an amazing personal brand. But this, to me, just solidifies that you can never underestimate the power of a personal brand. If people know who you are, if people know what you offer, if people know your skill set, if people know your personality, people will want to work with you. They want to invest in you. They'll want to buy from you. They'll trust you more. There's zero negatives to starting a personal brand. Now, one thing for me in the start was I really hated the idea of being well known and putting myself out there. Now, from my line of work, OnlyFans management, I was encouraging females to put themselves out there and do things that maybe they're not 100% comfortable with. Not that I forced them, of course, but maybe they're a bit nervous about doing these things, and I was encouraging them to do that. Now, what sort of a hypocrite would I be if I was too scared to put myself out there when I was getting annoyed when these girls may not want to make that TikTok because their face might be out there, or they're embarrassed to go on TikTok live or make a YouTube video? What sort of man would I be if I was then like, yeah, I don't want to put myself out there either and expand my business? It makes no fucking sense. So I made it make sense, and I started a personal brand, and it's brought so many opportunities that you wouldn't get this from a normal business page. If I just stayed as Only Plus Management as a logo on a screen, there's no way that I'd have the same amount of friends, clients, people who trust me and look up to me, and I would never have sold digital products either, which is obviously an extremely powerful thing to sell nowadays. And I believe that educational products are the fastest growing type of product right now. Don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure, but I read that somewhere. It's the fastest growing market in the online space right now. So, to conclude, start a personal brand if you're into business. Start a personal brand and start giving people advice and giving free value to people and making connections and posting about your day and shit like this. Become almost like an influencer, but for people who are interested in your products and you, rather than your makeup brand or some shit. Your makeup brand is good, actually. You doing your makeup sort of thing, and TikTok dances, bullshit. Start a personal brand and start selling things that can relate to your personal brand. But yeah, very quick video about personal brands. I could go so much more in depth, and in fact in the future I do intend to start coaching and mentoring programs surrounding personal brands, because I see the power in it, and I see that anyone who I can help make a personal brand will absolutely benefit from starting this personal brand, and it works for any business in the world. So yeah, start a personal brand.